Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for XRP price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis, starting on the weekly chart. For the overview for the bullish and bearish scenario, we have an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the upside, finishing wave A or wave 1. After both case scenario, you're looking for a corrective wave W, X, and a Y. Your wave W is an ABC and your wave X is also a zigzag ABC. And your wave Y, of course, is a triangle sideways, finishing a wave B or a wave 2, meaning you are in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the upside, or a zigzag A, B, and a C, of course, for an impulse, of course, for higher prices. Meaning, right now you're looking for one of these scenarios, wave 3 in the yellow or a wave C. Both case scenarios or both waves are, of course, an impulse toward the upside, where an impulse has to start, of course, with a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, we have seen, of course, the start of the wave 1. However, this wave 1 is not finished yet. Why? Because we have here a wave 1, 2, and you're looking for a wave 3 potentially finished here, and you're looking for a corrective wave 4 here, which it might, of course, take some time still until it unfolds a wave 5 to finish a wave 1, and then moving for a wave 2. As you can see, for the time required for this wave 5, as you can see here, still, of course, need sometimes to unfold or to achieve the 1-to-1 fib time, of course, as required as per Elliott wave here. And you still, of course, I mean, it is preferably if we even reach higher than the 1-to-1 fib level, normally with a wave 4. And even as alternation, I would prefer to see a little bit a deeper correction here rather than just moving sideways, the same as the wave 2. Normally, as alternation, you would like to see a deeper correction in the wave 4 in case you have a sideways wave 2, and the vice versa. Now, inside this wave 4, of course, if we move to the 2 hours chart here, we can see the following scenarios unfolding. We have several scenarios here, and because of the alternation as well, it brought me, of course, the idea that what if we move a little bit deeper, and also because the impulse that I'm looking at exactly in this area. Now, our highest possibility was, of course, an A and then B, or WX and a Y. You're looking, of course, for a wave Y, and a triangle here as an A, B, C, D, and a E. Now, if this is a wave E, yeah, I doubt it, because of course it has transformed into an impulse toward the downside and not a zigzag. I would prefer this to see this shape as a zigzag rather than looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. In case we're looking to a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, that is two possibilities here still for this scenario, which is a WXY. The wave Y is a triangle where you might have, of course, an extended wave C. And that means, of course, with this extended wave C, meaning this triangle is extending in time, and of course, it's gonna take even more sideways to finish, of course, this wave Y. And that means, of course, this wave C right now is unfolding as a potential A, B, and a C toward the downside. 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, potentially taking, of course, this low at the 1-to-1 fib level, as you can see, where we're gonna see anyway invalidation of triangle, and we might hit, of course, this area and then start to move for higher in a wave D. And normally this is always what the triangles do. They are very tricky, of course. They can expand in time. You cannot really identify, only if, of course, you move inside each wave by wave and you identify what's going on inside it. And here we go. This is what we're doing. We saw an impulse, meaning, of course, we might move towards the downside. This wave 5 might unfold as an impulse to reach, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level, finishing a wave C here, and then moving for a wave D and a E again. So this scenario, of course, is still alive and still, of course, potential. Now, the second scenario is, what if we have something else as an ABC, meaning 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and you're looking for another wave Y, of course, as 3 waves down as well. Now, the target taken from here, the wave A, to the wave B, giving us a wave C at the 1.05. And this will move, of course, a little bit deeper than, of course, expected as a sideways triangle, which brings some alternation, of course, with the wave 2 as we saw as sideways here. However, we cannot really apply the alternation guideline here of Elliott wave on XRP, since we know that XRP loves sideways. It loves a lot to see, of course, sideways corrections like triangles, WXYs, and so on. Therefore, I cannot really ask for a lot of alternation here, meaning like very, very massive drop. But maybe, of course, that would be at least a nice alternation based on XRP character to, of course, reach this 1-to-1 fib level as an ABC and then moving towards the upside for this wave 5. However, in all case scenarios, as you can see, we might, of course, move towards the downside. Targets to be tested first is the invalidation of the triangle and maybe the trend line even. So we're moving towards the downside. Definitely, since we are in an impulse, we're moving towards the downside. We have to test the trend, the triangle invalidation, and of course, the third step is, of course, this fib level taken from the A to the B to the C. Therefore, we're gonna test another wave D. In case we get a D, it should be a zigzag, and then finishing a wave E in a zigzag again and moving towards the upside. In this case that it doesn't happen, meaning it should only move directly towards the downside, which is the fourth step here. However, if this happened, meaning XRP decided to move in price in lower prices rather than just extending in time. And when this happened, you have to expect, of course, a wave 5 to unfold toward the upside. So let's move as well in the KGT indicator. On the KGT indicator 5-minute chart, we can see, of course, invalidation of the bullish signals where the price has took over the price action. We don't see any kind of divergence. We see only pressure of the bearish signal in convergence with the price action and the CVD line, and putting pressure toward the downside, very obviously on the 15-minute chart, which is taking a lead of this coin right now with the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, yes, now we have, of course, a very strong divergence appearing, meaning this drop is at the end of its movement. And that means, of course, we might, of course, still potentially have one more leg testing this trend line and moving towards the upside. And we might still, of course, in the same scenario as an WXY and your wave Y is an A, B, C, D, and an E. So KGT says this invalidation is far from happening. We're gonna see, of course, no financial advice, guys, but I don't see it yet, of course, that it might be invalidated. I see that this impulse is anyway very soon to be ended in this trend line and potentially, yes, continuation towards the upside. Don't forget to follow on X. Today we have a lot of updates. We have AVAX, we have Injective, NEAR, and SUI updated on X, and more are to come still, of course, for today. And that was it for XRP. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.